Alright, welcome back everybody. Indy Boy Racing here. This is round 3. And yes, we're jumping right into qualifying. No more beating around the bush. You're about to witness 2 blood-chilling races. Okay, that's quite dramatic, but it's going to be a good time. Just did our formation lap. We're doing our standing start right here on the grid. I am dead last in the back. Green flag is up in the air. And I am bunny hopping my little heart out. Why, you may ask? Get those RPMs up, get the wheels spinning, get the traction going, get them heated up, and you can already see I am making up places. Apologize for the motion sickness, but as you can see, flying down the straight, making up a handful of spots, diving right in behind number 1 in 25, getting a little bit of a tiny slipstream as the spot opens up there, and this left-hander, a beautiful sweeping left-hander into this nice right-hander. Why do I love those turns? Out of all the configurations, those are my 2 favorite turns, because they're slightly downhill and you just carry that speed as fast as possible if you're taking it flat out. Now, why did I point to that guy in red? Because that's Carson next to me, and Carson is competition. Kid came out of nowhere, so I want him to focus ahead and just ignore me. Get a little sloppy there. We'll ignore that. You know, things got a little heated. I'm not wanting to lose time, not wanting to lose spaces. This is qualifying, and if you know arrive and drive, it is important. Every little millisecond matters. Back down the straight into this lovely right-handing turn. Almost fighting some oversteer there. And I'm starting to catch up to the pack that I lost. Get tucked in behind 28, give him a little love tap, kind of let him know I'm there behind him. I think I got in his head because he tried to escape and he just kind of took care of the problems for me. So here we are, getting to the hairpin. I'll be honest, I've been doing this for 2.5 through. I struggle with that hairpin. I always get right up to the edge onto the curb, losing a little bit of time. Alright, oh, hey Carson. Alright, see ya Carson. Thumbs up, good times. With that hairpin, I bunny hop through it, meaning my rear end is just don't know what it is. I try and throw all my weight to the back, but I don't know if that does anything. Mentally it does. It lets me know, hey, I'm adding some weight to the back, but I don't know if it does anything. But that's 90% of the fight, right? Mental state. The rest is just, hopefully you're physically capable of doing this. I don't know. Stay hydrated out there, everybody. And as you can see, they're starting to take care of themselves a bit. They're fighting. They're getting off in the dirt. They're losing a little bit of time as I'm just nailing these laps, right? I'm nailing the apexes, getting my braking points, get my head down, and just focus on what's ahead. Not once, I think, did I even look back during these races. Maybe that's not the most aware of me, but there's moments when I feel like you glance back and it just kills your time, it kills your mental state. And so I just really was driven today. No pun intended. Back down the straight, and I'm making up great time. My kart was hitting top speeds, I believe, beyond any other kart out there. Had amazing grip through every turn. A little bit of oversteer, but I'd rather deal with that than any amount of understeer. Carson, what are you doing, bud? But he's taking care of it for me. So I slip right by him as he tries to clean his tires off of all that dirt. And now I got 2nd and 3rd place to focus on. I apologize for the man in the white helmet, your name escapes me. But ahead of him, Daniel Chavez. Me and him are great buds. He is an amazing racer. Great racecraft. If you've seen the first round of this season, he Oscar Piastri'd me. What I mean by that is he blocked me so hard that I got 4th, but that's all good. It was amazing racing. But here we are. I'm tucked in right behind these two guys right here, trying to stay right on their tail. Let them know I'm here. Let them make the mistake. Let them do it for me. All right, so I tuck in, and as you can see, 33 is going to branch out, thinking he's going to block on me. I'm going to tuck in as close as I can to them. I see the turn coming up, and I'm just taking it flat out, dragging the brake, and I just risk it all for that first turn. Catch me in the DMs, slide right in, no big deal. That's past my time. I'm way too old to be saying that. But nailed it right on that last lap. And if you see that little black dot in the distance, the man who probably had no traffic, no fighting whatsoever, just clean air, it's Miles. And so now I got my sights set on him for this next race, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be good battling, good fight. Stick around because you're not going to be let down. All right? So I'm just finishing up this lap, keeping Daniel and 33 right behind me. Finishing with this right-hander, and I just tuck right back in. Try to get as much speed as possible because I'm not taking the chance. Take it right to the line. The race is not over until you're doing that. Get a little fist pump, feeling good. Thumbs up to the guy in the corner there because he's always got a good attitude. He's an amazing steward. And that's going to finish qualifying, finishing second. And I'll see you around for the next one. All right, here we are with the round 3 final. Coming out of the pits, warming up the tires, and here we are lining up right on the grid. I look over to my right, I got Miles right next to me, and the rest of the grid tucked in right behind me. And that is what I gotta do for this entire race. Flagman makes his way over. Heart's pumping. Hands are shaking. And here we are, green flag. We're at 5 red lights. We're out. And already, Miles getting just a slightly ahead of me, getting a good start. But in my mind, I'm thinking whatever he does, I gotta do. He looks right. He throws out a block thinking that's gonna do anything. And it just shows me his racing line, and I tuck in right behind him. Number 30, I got your number. Literally, because Miles and I are friends. I have his number. And also, cart. He's got his karting number. Tuck in right behind there. Miles, he throws in a block. Don't even blame him. Good racing. And I take it over the curb just like I normally do. I'm not losing time. I'm not letting up. Maybe a little dirty, maybe a little aggressive, but once you're out on the track, you do what you can. You race cleanly, you race fair, but sometimes you just gotta leave it to be a racing incident. Anyways, taking my apexes, tucking behind Miles. Already you can kind of see some distance forming between us. Not too much, but enough for me to already kind of mentally see I'm losing time to him somewhere. And already I'm thinking hairpin. It's the hairpin. It has to be. Because what you're about to see here is I push Miles. I don't physically push him, but get right behind him and he slides right up. And for a second there, I'm thinking all I need to do now for the next 9 minutes, maybe more, they tend to make these final races a little longer, is hold Miles back. However, though, I know coming into this, he's going to try and move. I throw a slight block, kind of put myself in the middle of the road there, going a little hot, and he nails the hairpin, slides right back into his proper place of first, and we're back to bumping uglies, me and Miles. Lost some time there. He's really good at those double apexes, I've noticed. They're clean. Thinking, what do I gotta do? I smacked the back of my helmet because I noticed on the hairpin there was a handful of carts that were right on top of me. So anybody behind me You smack the back of your helmet to kind of be like, all right, teamwork. Well, we're going to come together to pass the man in front of both of us. And then once we clear him and gain some time, then we're up to fighting each other. At least that's what the hand signal means to me. It doesn't mean let's pass the guy in front and then immediately fight each other and then lose time. I mean, you know, strategy, everybody. Once again, you can tell Miles is getting nervous. He's throwing out blocks. He's taking that inside line and squeezing it. I let up a little bit earlier on the brakes, or the gas as well, trail braking into the hairpin. Gain some time, lose it a bit in the double apex there. Take these S's, ride the curbs. Try and get as straight as line as possible. In S's, the goal is literally to find the straightest line through them. And that involves curbs. I may be wrong. What do I know, right? What do I know? Tucked in again. I apologize for the camera view of you just staring right into my steering wheel. Lose a bunch of time there because I thought I could brake much later and just kind of throw myself into it. Instead, I slid. Lost all that time, as you can see in front of me. And now the cart behind me is none only than yours truly, Christopher Perez. We had fought in the previous round, before that. The man is either always right behind me or right in front of me in fourth, and I'm right behind him in fifth. And this season I thought too, man, alright, with a handful of some of the OG guys kind of gone, I was like, here we go. It's getting smaller. But then Perez and his guys showed up. Great times, great racing. And I'm glad they have the right attitude of, we're here to have a good time, but we're here to take this seriously. I know it's a rive and drive, but some of us can't afford the full-on carts and all that entails that. Anyways, back to the race. Sorry to ramble on. Right through the first turn, coming through to my favorite left-hander. Miles literally takes it as close as he can to the edge before swinging it left. You can see that a gap now is definitely formed behind us, and I'm thinking to myself, at this point, it truly is Miles' race. I haven't given up, but I have noticed that I have fought oversteer through now a couple of turns, and it has become more and more prevalent. As you can see, as more steering input, I'm adding kind of the quick adjustments to the wheel because it's fighting me back. You see now that my kart's dealing with plenty of oversteer. My rear end, I'm losing it. The tires they're just going away for me. And these were a brand new set too. Brand new. But I'm cooking them, right? Melting them right off. Do not care. Open the Covenant of the Ark and everything's going, right? That's an Indiana Jones reference, if anybody knows. So, I apologize, I have not been paying attention to the flagman, but we are quite a ways into this race. Still a handful of laps left, but this is what it's like being up in second. You may be thinking, okay, it's not as exciting when you're not cutting through the pack, Kenny. You're not diving through the accidents and missing them and nearly escaping with your life. No, but this is where you see the real craft. This is where you have to see. This is where you can clearly see the mistakes. This is where you can clearly see the good moments of hitting the apexes, getting your braking points, the steering input that's needed, just everything needed to do that perfect lap, you know? But right now, I'm focusing on third place behind me and keeping Christopher right behind me because I love that I've made it onto the podium at this point. You know, anything can happen. That's what my mind is saying to me during this race is It's not over till it's over, till you cross that line, get the checkered flag. So just keep focusing. But I was thinking to myself, dude, if you're gonna get on the podium, at least meet in the middle, you know? You're not first, you're last, but at least I'll be the first loser, you know? I don't mind that. Alright, rounding out now with the last turn. Try and get in any type of slipstream that Miles may have, even though it probably is like non-existent. Try and get the cart or the flag signal. The man is kind of standing there nonchalantly, so that means to me, push, push, push. Keep going. Manage those tires. Do not throw yourself as heavily into the turns, and have a good time. You know, you hear me say that a lot, and it's because that is a big part of racing. Have a good time. Learn. And take that into the next round. Don't beat yourself up, okay? There's always so much to learn on the track. There's always something to take away. Even when I was, I'm up here in second, I'm literally learning with every turn where I can improve. It's a mental game, racing is. Many think I'm just riding in fancy circles, fighting a cart. No, there's a mental game to it more than, as well to the physical. So, fast lap completed. Let's see where we are at. As I glance to the flagman, he's still standing there, just talking, having a good time. All right. And you know what? I'm going to let you enjoy the sounds of the cart. Let's go. Sound up, everybody. Back into the first turn. What a good lap for you guys to have your volume turned up. You could hear me hitting the curbs. You could hear me losing my tires on the hairpin. You could hear the cart bogging down, and then witness me just freaking rocking it and hopping as hard as I could, trying to break away from Christopher as fast as possible. These carts, they sound like they're whining. But I love the sound, love that smell to them. Nothing beats just getting out on the track and just losing yourself, just flying down. Now, I'll be honest, I saw the flagman doing something fancy with the flags on the last lap, so we may be coming to a close here, pretty close. I give a little fist pump, nearly losing it on that turn there, and I can just already see my wife just heart dropping because Christopher's right behind me. That was the checkered flag, everybody. Sorry to throw it on you so suddenly. I was trying to watch the flags, but I was trying to human DRS it the entire time. So that fist pump on the last turn nearly took me out. Try and catch up to Miles just to give him a little, thumbs up, good race. But I'm too excited. I tuck in right behind, and I just cannot wait to get to the pits. Miles is really taking his time. He's soaking in the moment. I don't know what he's soaking in, though. This is pretty normal for him, but it's got to feel good. But He knows. He knows we're right behind him. We're coming for you, Miles. If you're watching this, comment right now. Anyways, sorry to get all weird. I'm not sorry. Not sorry. Not one bit. All right. Here we are. Fist pump to the family. Little Jersey Shore. Hey, let's go. Pump, pump. Push, push. And here we are coming in to park it. Thumbs up. Wrap it around. And you can see, there we are. Me and Miles, the first carts to arrive. I immediately unbuckle because I'm so excited. Turn around to see who was behind me, only to find out it was Christopher Perez. Bring it in. Miles, what a good time. Look at these guys. Look at that. That's true. Second place. There I am. Podium. Look at them. All black, baby. All right. That was fast. Great time. Like, comment, subscribe. And hey, I'll see you around.